Aloha, intuitive healer, author, and wellness warrior, Trisha Gumberg here, talking about the new moon, the energy of number 5, and taking a couple of the bottom of the belly breaths. Now I just showed you a picture of a blank check from the universe, and I'll get to that explaining to you how we're going to use that later in the post. Let's take a couple of bottom of the belly breaths. In through your nose, all the way down. See how full you can get all of your diaphragm. And then breathing out. Okay, the new moon's going to be tomorrow, May 25th. So we've got two fives right there. May is the 5th month, and then the 25th. And the new moon is in harmony with Jupiter. And Jupiter has a lot of the same qualities that the number 5 has. It's about expansion and about personal growth. And that's really what this post is about today, the number 5. I like the number 5. It's also about traveling and the media. I've never been attracted to the number before, but we've got reminders all around us, right? And if you've been seeing the number 5, or if you have 5 in your numerology, I truly believe that this information is especially for you. But we can always tap in, all of us can, to the energy of the new moon and being more mindful. And that's really what it's asking us to do. It's saying, it's asking us to change our approach to something. And here's 2 clues if you check to see if you need to change your approach to something. One is if you're frustrated or dissatisfied with something. You need to change your approach. Or how about if you want to manifest something and it's not coming to you? You just got to make some changes, and that's what I've been concentrating on lately, the law of attraction, which when I write it, I just call it LOA, law of attraction, and I study Abraham Hicks. And the key is, Abraham Hicks teaches that you need to focus on what you want, whether it's how often do we do that? We are often talking about or stating what's going on. I don't like my job, or my rent is too expensive, or all of those things. Or my light bill is too expensive, my water bill. My teenager takes 20-minute showers. My water bill is too big. And we are focusing on those negative things. And the reason why I know that, for one, I have evidence in my life that this works, first of all, is all the likes I get on my Mahalo Mondays. People love those. I was just trying to take a different approach, and I found out that my mother-in-law loves them. And so I'm just going to keep doing them. Okay, I have 2 ideas for you to approach this. So if you're frustrated, or if you want to manifest something, 2 approaches for you. One, you saw that picture of the check, right? Have you ever done this? Expect the universe to bring you something. It's a very interesting exercise. So I made these checks for myself. Write it out to yourself. How much money do you want? Do you want a trip to come to Hawaii to visit me? Do some research, find out how much it costs, write it in there, put a date on there. Maybe give it a month. Maybe give it a little longer if it's a bigger amount. Then the second idea I have for you, and this is a challenge, and we're going to make it for 55 days. And I'm on 45 days of this challenge for myself. And that is writing a gratitude journal. I've been writing gratitudes, 10 gratitudes every day for the last 45 days. And there is a definite energy shift going on in my life. Now, I'm sure no one would ever tell you that you were not great or that you were an ungrateful person. I'm positive of it because I don't feel like I'm an ungrateful person. But there is a big difference between not being as grateful as we could be to actually seeing everything in our lives, like having our eyes like wide open to all the gifts that we are getting every day. So I'm just going to quick do a list just in the 45 days of things that I have manifested. My healing abilities have gone through the roof. The heat from my hands and my awareness of the healing coming through me at odd times has just gone through the roof. It's almost shocking. What else? Oh, I just got a gift this morning. I ordered one and I got two, and so that was a nice surprise. I've had a beautiful schedule change. My husband got a new job that he's been wanting for like a year. I got a crazy cool gift of a lifetime in the mail the other day. I got almost a complete new wardrobe from a friend of mine who was moving. A lot of the clothes were brand new and most of them still had their tags on. And let's see. I've booked another place to do my readings. The creative ideas have been pouring out of me so quickly I barely have time to write everything down. It's like a fire hose. Or I wrote something last week for this post today and I just happened to find it. I'm like, oh, I already wrote this. And somebody told me recently that I don't charge enough for my services, and that felt like a wow moment. So I want to challenge you for the next 55 days to every morning to wake up and write 10 things. And you can, your body can be your focus, then one day, and then your family, and then and sit there until you write down 10 things. And you might get distracted, or you might think, oh, this is easy, or this is hard, or whatever. And be really grateful. And think about the things that frustrate you, you just got a bill in the mail. Really, you're upset that you can pay for electricity or that you can pay for rent? You're upset about that? Think about that and how that energy is going towards that. What do you really have, and to be truly grateful and sit with that feeling of gratitude, and that vibrates off of you and it works. I really feel because I've tried this before, but there's just a shift in how I understand and how I feel the gratitude and how I feel my frustration. So I hope you're on board. 55 days. I would like you, if you could type down in the memo if you're going to try it for 55 days or keep me updated. And I'm gonna keep keeping track of my own. And this is going to be great. 2017 is going to be so full of newness and wonderful things. Thank you for tuning in. Zach, thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you next Wednesday. That's the last Wednesday of May. And until then, I love you and aloha.